Hi everyone. I wanted to do a video about kind of serious subject. Um Not serious like all the crap going on in the world right now. This is, as always, on a health and wellness, spirituality related subject. I had someone recently ask me a question, and I've had like the same type of question, concern addressed to me many times over the years. And my answer is almost always the same. People have been doing the shadow work, the self discovery, the reliving their trauma, forgiving, all these things. And they're still having issues related to these past events in their lives. They said, I don't understand it. I've done the work. Why is this still affecting me? And usually it's a physical thing that it's affecting them. Usually. Sometimes it's mental, sometimes it's emotional, but sometimes it's just like, for example, if you get triggered by a memory and your body starts shaking uncontrollably, that's a trigger. It's not something you thought in your head, obviously. It's a physical reaction to something that happened to you a very long time ago. And they want to know, well, why? I've done the work. I've forgiven these people. I've forgiven myself, etc., etc., etc. And I'm still having these reactions. And the one yesterday was actually having blockages. The one that asked me yesterday said, I've done the shadow work. I did it for 4 years straight. I did everything I was supposed to do spirituality wise. I don't understand why I have blockages. So I had to explain to him, and I decided to do a video because typing doesn't really explain as well. But him and the other people, the people that are still having issues after doing all the work, the reason is because there's still an energetic attachment. And when I say attachment, I don't I don't mean mental, I don't mean emotional. I mean an actual energy line, a filament of energy connecting you to this past event, person, place, whatever it is. An actual energetic line that has to be cut in order to fully, completely heal and get over that trauma. This can be from this life or past lives. Um, how do you cut those lines? Obviously, most people can't see them, so it would be very difficult. But there are methods. There's methods from antiquity where the ancestors have passed down traditions of energy work to cut those lines. And when doing the work, when you start doing the work, you don't remember a whole lot. You start working with things you do remember. But then as you cut more and more lines, as you free up more and more energy, you start remembering more and more things. You start seeing more and more things. And you get to a point where you've cleaned yourself of all energetic attachments, and you've become clean of anybody or anything else's influences. Your energy is purely your own. And if you have done enough work, um, especially this work, this is so important for saving energy, you will start seeing things like past lives, uh, entities that are in our normal awareness, in our normal environment, but regular awareness doesn't allow you to see them. Things like this, you'll start seeing a lot more. Excuse me, the wind's making my nose. But yeah, so you cut these energetic lines with these techniques, and there are two specific techniques I have worked with. One is working with light energy, breath, chi. The other one is working with dark energy, which is the energy before creation, the energy of the abyss, the energy of spirit. This is the eternal energy before the created form. So if you understand what that means and you believe that might work for you, the dark energy might be better. But most people will stick to the breath work, the chi, because that's what they're comfortable with, working with the light energy. And the method is actually, it's time consuming. It's not difficult per se, but it is time consuming because you have to sit down. Let me just do a part 2 to explain how to do it, because I think that's would be more appropriate than me trying to do it in this video. And I don't know that I could teach the dark energy one quick enough to keep in a TikTok video. I'm sorry. It's in my opinion the better one for me anyways. It's much more effective, but it also takes a while to explain how and why it works. So, but let me tell you about the light energy one, the breath work. This is a method taught by the Toltec antiquities in Mesoamerica. You might be familiar with Carlos Castaneda, or what is Don Ruiz, I think, the one with the 5 agreements. I forget which one had the 5 agreements, but anyway, you know, those guys. This is the work they use. It's recapitulation. Recapitulation? Yeah, I hate pronouncing words, if you haven't learned that about me by now. But it's done with breath work, and it is very effective. So I will explain that in my part 2, I guess.